Much love, respect, and appreciation. I want to give a special, shout out to any new subscribers that may come in at this moment in time. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Shout out to a lot of the positive comments and positive reception that I got to, one of the videos that I put up this week. Like I said, didn't expect that. Um, I haven't seen something like that in quite a bit, so I was a bit, taken aback. Um, so this one is a little bit different because I've showed off this video before. And yo, what's up, Ty? What is up? What is up? And I wanted to showcase something a little bit more positive, and I specifically wanted to showcase this because I was trying to pull up the comment before I went live so that you guys could have a reference point, but I couldn't find the comment. But I had a guy that tried to tell me that it's oh so horribly difficult for guys, and short guys or whatnot, whatever. It's impossible or whatnot for normal average guys to, in a sense, find somebody that is compatible when it deals with the likes, the way that they dress, and all of those things. So I want to because I saw a clip. And again, I showcased this video to you guys before, but I really didn't focus in on every single individual guy. I only focused in on very specific ones that were highlighted by way of social media. Yo, DSA1, what is up? What is up? What's up? So we're going to look at this, and we're going to see, what is going to, transpire, right? So let's look at this. Okay. So okay, I want to know this is a positive video. I just want to hold. Let me swap this over. I want to know this is a positive video, right? So you have the whole aspect of, let me just actually move this a little bit above, right? So you have the aspect of her stating that it was the flannel, then it was the way that he was dressed, right? And he even agreed. He was like, okay, the flannel, it is too hot outside. You know what? You're right. No problem. I 100% agree with you directly on that. What's up, DC? Hack Robert S. And then she was like, she looked at the shirt. I'm trying to see exactly what the shirt is. I guess I might be able to see that a little bit later so I can call it out. But she was like, anime. And I'm like, I'm not sure exactly how that's a negative or a drawback, because she wanted to automatically identify that and say that it's childish, but yet it is grown men who make multi-millions, if not billions of dollars, making these characters, writing these stories that in some instances have been going on for decades, right? And they have fan bases from 0 all the way up to, 60 or 70. So it's a little bit confusing to me on how somebody wants to deem something as childish just because they're not, specifically into it. Because the craziest part is he could have easily judged her off of the fact of she's 23, she's acting childish, and how it is that she wants to try to pick apart certain things about him. And then on top of that, she has clear-cut tattoos on the side of her arm. Some people will sit up there and say that is not ladylike, that is not becoming of a lady, the type of dress that you're wearing, the amount of skin that you're showing, right? He could go back and forth tit for tat directly with that, but that's not what he did. Then on top of that, she wanted to also go on his legal name. Your name is Chandler. What does that mean? That's his name. That's what is he can't do anything about that. His parents gave him that name. And for all intents and purposes, because he has that name, it'll make it easier for him, just stating, it'll make it a little bit easier for him when it deals with applications, right? Because we've heard, and I've done stories about this previously throughout the years, how when certain names are directly on applications, automatically judgments and assumptions are automatically, made. If somebody can potentially identify a name as a black sounding name, then they already have this preconceived notion about the applicant before the person even, showed directly up for, the interview, which is crazy. 100%. So again, it's a little bit confusing to me. And then on top of that, like I said, he is somebody who analyzes data, who makes sure that fraudulent activity does not take place. I would think that that would be, ideal for certain women out here. They would know that, hey, I'm dating a dude that's into fraud, and he could potentially take a look at anything out here and also see if my information is on the dark web, making sure that my information is secure, because you have a lot of scams out here. But a lot of people don't happen to think, in the future. They tend to think in the here and now. So this is why you're hearing her judgments, at this moment in time, right? So let's just keep going.
It's so
Like the
interesting.
city. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
No worries. Thank
They're
you.
off it. I would have. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, is Kayla someone that's your type?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I like the braids. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, tattoos are cool.
Thank you.
She's definitely someone I would approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. Let's go over to another lady.
For sure.
We're going to skip around. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
I'm Lex, I'm 23,
Lex.
and you're just not my type.
No worries.
Like, your whole aesthetic is just not, it doesn't fit me.
Sure. No
So,
worries.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool.
Okay. All right. And now is Lex someone that you would approach?
Yeah, no, she's beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Love the hairstyle, love the dress. Tattoos are cool. Yeah, everything's cool. Yeah,
Thank
she's
you.
cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Definitely.
cool. Thank you, Lex.
So, okay, let me just roll back over. I want y'all to just understand this. The one that's now notice he passed by, she's just looking completely forward, right? I want y'all to understand she is not even complicated. She can look nice very much on the outside, but the problem with her is she stated before that she does Christian parties, Christian, gathering types of things. So she is very religious, right? But the issue is that when there was a darker complected male up there, she turned him down because she was like, aesthetically, it's not there. The energy, it's just not there. It's just, I don't know what to say. That's the response that she gave when she was looking at the brother. Because even he sat up there and pointed out, he was like, you said physically. So what physically about me do you not find attractive? And she still couldn't find a way to break that down. But in another clip of the exact same show, you had her looking at this other guy who was lighter complected. He was pretty much light skinned. He was pretty much as reflective to this brother's skin tone here. And she was like, yeah, my balloon is unpopped because, it looks like you have all of your stuff together, and also because you're light skinned. The way that I was baffled and confused in actually seeing that happen in real time on the exact same show, that blew my mind. Right. And then here in this same instance, there is another light-skinned man, black man, that is in front of her. And now she's making up a whole nother reason. She was like, yeah, the aesthetics. That's just it. We're just going to continue. She's a
And
whole
we did
other
get
case.
one down here as
Yes,
well. Let's
yes.
go over here.
Hi.
If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, my name is Dira. I'm 22 years of age.
Yeah.
And I just popped because even though I don't really know you.
The interesting thing is, I've heard a lot of women state this before when it deals with men who appear to or who look nice. They're like, well, I'm highly aggressive. I have, such ferocity of energy that, I need a man that will be able to handle me, that will be able to, manage what it is that I'm giving out. I don't want to be the person, that's with you. And then my energy as a woman is so domineering. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, are you just saying that you're argumentative and you need somebody to tell you to shut up every now and again because you know you're wrong and you just want to try to test the boundaries on how far it is that you can potentially push a man? Like, I need people to again, this is a positive video. I want to note this is a very positive video, right? It's just we gotta, work our way through some of the nonsense that's here because it is nonsense. To note, every single woman that he comes down to, he's saying something very nice about them. Like, hey, your outfit is stylish. I like the braids. I like, everything that he is not saying anything in a responsive manner in order to go directly at them, even though, when you look at some of the comments, that's specifically what he's getting. Like I said, pay attention to the edge. It's going to get there. It's going to get there. Let him cook.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. So the first critique that she had, she was stating that it doesn't seem like you know what you want. Every single time you pass by a black woman here, you say that she's beautiful, that she looks great. Do you want him to just go through and tear each one of these women down because of their responses, because they shut him down? Like, what realistically do you want him to do? Like, how do you want him to manage this situation? Again, when a guy does this, it is very difficult. He's putting everything, he's basically laying bare. He's basically laying naked on the altar, and everybody is there to sit up there and judge him. And even with a guy managing his emotions, conducting himself well, speaking as clear as possible, there's some type of miscommunication in her mind where she's like, I need a clear view on what it is that you actually want, and specifically whatnot or whatever from a woman. Man, what are you even paying attention to? Are you even listening to the guy? Like, again, I'm just trying to figure out, does she want him to just go through and just like start tearing and ripping these women apart because of if he finds them physically attractive? Let's continue.
Just take the shoes. I'll take the shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just strip all of that. Keep the face. You're handsome.
Wait, so you don't like the sneakers?
No, I like the sneakers.
Okay.
But this, gone.
Oh, okay. So the rest
The
of
outfit, the
got it,
clothes.
got
The
it,
outfit.
Okay.
Which, honestly, it's something that you can change.
Yeah.
I get that.
Without a doubt.
As well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you kind of knew what we were going to look like.
Okay,
as
so
far as,
this
like,
is my
attire
next
goes.
question. This is my
Yes.
next question because I've seen a few of these videos, and a
Okay.
lot of women have like straight up flamed men off like wearing suits, off wearing like what they're comfortable with. So
get
you
that.
tell me, like, what do you want your man to like? How do you want your man to dress? How do you want your man to look?
Would you dress like this on the first date with me?
Yes, this is what I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
This is who I am.
Hey, I love that. I respect that. It's just if like you dress
No. She can't respect that. Hold on. Let me just roll this up. Now, this is the same person that said earlier, it doesn't seem like you know what you want. You seem unsure. He just told her, he was like, with a stern voice, he was like, this is me. This is what I'm comfortable in. This is what I like to wear. And you see how she was like, oh, well, that's cool. And she was still trying to fight against that. This is a guy that is pretty much sure in what it is that he likes, how it is that he dresses, but his own presentation, right? Because again, he is a data analyst. He makes lots of money per year, right? So he can dress however it is that he pleases. He doesn't have to show off money. He doesn't have to show off a $5,000 suit. Like he said before, all of these women, no matter how a guy presents himself, he can come down in a suit, looking like a businessman from corporate America, working at the top of the tippity top of Amazon, and they will still, oh, I don't like the shoes, the pants, it's not really giving, it's a little bit too tight, you should have picked a different tie, the shirt is it's a little bit too much, you should have picked a shirt that was your size, the blazer, you should have chose a different color, it's summer, but you went more of an autumn type of deal, I don't really vibe with that. And then they'll go to the other thing where it's like, what month are you? Yeah, see, that's why we're not going to also match. It's that whole type of deal. It's like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter how a man styles himself, how a man presents himself in front of any of these women. They already know what their decision is automatically when he steps from behind that curtain or from the other side of the room. They already know what it is because some of those women are already looking at guys on the other side, like the church girl where she was like, aesthetically, you're just not my type. She just had like this face. She just had this face. And when he was looking at her, she was looking through him. And that's the one thing that I want people to understand when it deals with a lot of these shows. You'll see some women looking at the guy and you'll see some women looking through the guy because they're disinterested. They're not, they don't see that dude as anything at all. Again, some of these women, they're just politically correctly saying certain things when you already know how it is that they actually feel, right? But this one here, she's a little bit more vocal, so she wants to go a little bit more in depth, unlike the other women directly there. So let's continue.
dressed like that on the first date, I would probably walk out.
So then my next question is, how do you want your man to dress on the first date?
Bring back that dark skin man, that his
So
outfit.
do with the open.
Oh,
yeah. My brother. Yeah. Okay.
Well, your brother
Yeah.
can learn a few things.
Got it. For sure.
But yeah,
So
Fraud
see how
analyst.
she.
So
Oh,
I just look at
wait.
customers' account.
Wait. We ended up hitting the wrong button. Hold on. Let me roll that up. Hold on. Okay, right there. So notice how she sat up there and threw shots. And I want y'all to note this. And I want to make people understand that men are very respectful. They will give a lot of women grace even when they do not deserve it. This is a nice dude. He makes a lot of money. Realistically, he don't even have to be up here in order to potentially get a woman. He can just go on like a dating app, list his job, list how much money he makes every single year, and he'll just have women coming directly up to him. No matter how it is that he is dressed. They'll be like, oh, you make this this is your education per year, and they're going to start doing the numbers. He could easily get women on dating apps. This one right here, she was like, oh, bring back the dark skin, the man that was up here, the way that he was dressed, right? And all that. No, that dude didn't pick her, right? And seemed like she was just all swooning about it. She was like, yeah, him, the way that he was dressed, you can learn a few things from him. See how it is that they are freely able to throw shots, and then the guys are just supposed to take it, not supposed to really say nothing back. You're supposed to be politically correct, and you're supposed to do this and that. But then the moment in time that you respond in the exact same fashion or the exact same energy, this is when people have a problem. Like the plumber that I highlighted to you guys, who was a part of the same video, he went viral. Women were tearing him down. They inevitably ended up getting him fired. I did a video on his platform. Y'all can go check that out on SEIJIHITO, the Second Coming. Y'all can go check out that video. And women got that man fired because they didn't like the response that he gave to each woman that came at him with a certain type of energy. He only reciprocated the same energy, and I'm 100% for that. Whatever energy that you give to a human being, that's the energy that is going to be returned. Like I said, it makes no sense for somebody to have to try to be the good guy or to have to try to turn face. I'm like, yo, if you're delivering this energy, I'm sending it right back. I'm not a vessel for any of your negativity. You're going to be holding that yourself, or and then some, right? So, like I said, she threw shots at this man, even though he makes a ridiculous amount of money, in order to showcase and uplift somebody else. Just imagine if he decided to take the same route and did that to her by comparing her to another woman. And I want to know, a lot of women do not like being compared to other women. If you're a man out here, you've ever had female friends, or you've been out here dating, had a girlfriend or whatnot, or whatever, every woman will sit up there and tell you, if you ever have that conversation, don't you ever compare me to another woman. Don't you ever compare me to your ex-girlfriends. Don't you ever compare me to your female friends. Don't you ever compare me to your mother. You will have these conversations at a certain frame, point in time. Like I said, but let's continue.
Without a doubt.
as well.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know.
Wait. So we're talking about the clothing, correct? I feel as though that they're both in a sense matching. I don't really feel like she did a lot of effort putting anything together. Okay, you got your hair, you may have a little bit of makeup, you may have some lipstick. The dress, that could have been something off of like what is it, like Temu, Sheen, or something like that. She has some accessories directly, some bracelets, and then she got shoes. What effort? What effort are we? What are we talking about here? Like what realistically are we talking about here when we're talking about effort? I'm not really seeing a lot of effort here. If I walk outside right now, I can spot a lot of black women who pretty much have the exact, especially it's hot right now. You can spot black women with the roughly somewhat in the same lines of what it is that she has wearing, and they're just getting out of the bed and just going outside, grocery shopping, walking the dog, or whatever it is. So I'm just trying to understand what effort, because this is the second time that we've heard, like, we women, we put in a lot of effort when, we get ready. I'm not seeing a lot of effort directly with a lot of the things that women are wearing. There was specifically one woman who was there. She sort of looks hippie-ish, right? She had the fishnets on with the cutoff shorts. She stated earlier in another interview with another guy that she didn't even expect to be there, so she just put something on. She got on a green vest, some type of graphic t-shirt. She got the glasses, hair. She got her face piercings and the fishnets and the blue jean cutoff. How are we talking about effort? And there's not really any effort. Even the woman all the way in the back that has she has kids, which didn't get listed in this one. This is another reason why she would have popped the balloon after when he said that, because she did it before. The one in the red where she kind of has like the belly showing and she got like the tattoos. There's no effort there. There's no effort. like I said before, I'm not really seeing a lot of effort when I'm looking at a lot of these women. It's not like their hair is really done or anything like that. So I'm a little bit confused. And then just to take this a step further, in relationships, right? I've been the type of person that I'm dating a black woman. It's like, all right, you need help, getting ready or whatnot, whatever. I'm going to sit up there and help you with your hair. No problem. You just got out the shower. You didn't sit up there and wash your hair, whatnot, or whatever. We know it's going to be curly and frizzy. That's not the look that you're going for. No problem. Let me sit up there and not the flat iron, but let me get, one of the other ones. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you in the comment section, any woman, y'all know what I'm talking about. But sitting up there helping to lay the hair down so it's straight, different stuff like that. And I've done that a multitude of times, so I understand the amount of time that it actually takes to straighten hair, right, to have it flat in appearance so that you can just comb directly through it and it's just not looking like anything directly out there. So I've done this and it don't take that much time. It don't take that much time. And I'm a meticulous type of person where I'm looking for every single spot that I may have or might have missed, when it deals with that. Right. So like I said, I'm not really getting or technically seeing the effort, of which they're talking about. But let's continue.
I know.
It's different. Yeah, I
Thank
like
you.
that.
State, this is where it gets very, very. Now, I want y'all to understand, during the interaction, his eyes did not leave that woman at all. Barely even when they were walking back with Arletta to the final point to figure out if it's an official match. His eyes do not leave that woman at all. I want y'all to understand, she was the only one that was like, I understand, I see it, I love it, right? She was giving that energy, like, I feel, exactly, I understand what it is that you're saying. Even with the women that are directly on the screen, they weren't really feeling that. They weren't really hearing that at all. And again, he was stating that, I admire, I love black women. It's what I was raised in. It's like my father, black, my mother, black. They're both married, cohesive relationships, still together to this day. Happy, beautiful stuff, right? So that this man is well built. That mentally he is there, right? So if it comes down to a relationship, if it comes down to a marriage, he is focused, he is zoned in, laser guided, right? That's not what they were trying to hear. They don't even care. They don't care that he's a good guy. They don't care that he's educated. They don't care that he makes a lot of money. The only thing that actually matters to them is aesthetically how it is that he looks. They're not trying to get to know him. They're not trying to get to understand him. It's just pretty much 90+% judgments of a decent, ordinary guy that is out there just trying to find love that came from a 2-parent household. But let's continue.
Not someone you.
Sorry.
You feel
Now hold on. Now the girl in the black, I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to specifically understand some things here. The girl in the black that's at the front, when he said, the first date will be like a picnic, she had this look on her face like, what do you think this is? A picnic, right? She had that type of look, but I'm like, that's a dope date. That takes some type of thought. You got to deal with like the weather. You got to, do some research on a what you would consider a perfect spot. You got to, go out there and potentially buy the blanket, get the basket. You got to make and fix the food and different stuff like that. You got to drive there. You got to be timely. It's a lot of preparation that actually goes directly into that, especially if a dude is saying it and he has to make the food and all that. Yo, that man is about that life. And then you have the one in the blue, the 23-year-old. She was acting like she was trying to hold in a burp. She was there. What's so funny? So you got a guy that's genuinely saying that if he's genuinely interested in a woman, he loves a woman. Like, okay, I want to do something thoughtful. I want to do something that, in a sense, a lot of people, and I want to guarantee you this, if you look on this planet, 98% of people, almost 99% of people are not about to go out there and do a picnic because it's too much effort. People would rather do low effort stuff. Low effort is like, okay, we're going to go out to this restaurant. It's $200 per plate. Already got the reservations. Low effort. That don't take nothing. You call to make the reservations. You show up on time. You order food. That's it. Low effort. A picnic is high effort. There's a lot of things that it can be very intricate. You can even turn that from a picnic to a candlelight type of dinner. type of deal, depending on where you are. Because I've seen these things take place and happen. But like I said, I guess some people out here don't really want love. They just want their ideal of what they feel love is, which usually is wrapped around money, right? Or in somebody who's not going to value, respect, and treat them a certain type of way. But let's continue.
Me just enjoying the scenery, enjoying
Y'all
each other.
I like the fact that she is goofy. I like that. And like I said before, certain things speak volumes when it deals with women and how it is that women want to differentiate themselves. And you can tell that she's different. Her whole energy matches his energy, right? His casual matches her casual and vice versa. Like that already, that was just a match. And the funny thing is, if you go back when she was sitting up here staying like, yo, she was looking at the girl, she was like, yo, you guys are like really missing out. Like this dude is really a nice dude, and he's really planning out this stuff and whatnot or whatever. And they were just all looking around like, I know she ain't talking to me. Like, no, that's that. You saw the one in the red. She was like, no, that's you. That's he's for you. Like I said, it details and showcases in real time the type of guys that you will have women deciding to go for. And if that one woman, if she was not there, pretty much the whole row would have turned him down. He would have left without a date, without anything like that, right? And again, it showcases. It's in 4K. This is not made up. We literally witnessed this. A good guy. You heard one of the women say, like, yeah, you're not. She repeated that a multitude of times, and I'm like, yo, you said he was a nice guy once. Okay, it's a compliment. You said it twice. It's looking a little bit iffy. You say it 3+ times. Now it's looking like an insult. You don't have to tell a guy that he's nice a multitude of times in order for him to realize and acknowledge that he's nice. The guy already knows that he's nice. So why are you saying it so many more times? Right? Like I said before, if a lot of women were just honest, just say like, hey, you like dudes who flash money. You like dudes who, in a sense, get attention from other women directly out here and yada, yada. Just be honest. Just be honest. Like I said before, she wanted to the top one up there in the black. She wanted to say that he didn't know what he wanted. A lot of these women up here are showcasing to you. They don't, in a sense, know what it is that they want, because even when they state that they like something, they will still list something in order to disqualify that something of which that they like. It's crazy. It's nonsensical. And like I said, the brother, he wanted to sit up there and do something that was a picnic, that was like afternoon type nightish, where it was like you're going to see basically the sun go through like the later phases. And I'm like, yo, that's some cold stuff. And that can basically lead towards, a dinner, if he may even have that, set up or whatnot. So, like I said, a very good dude. And specifically, I wanted to showcase this video because I had somebody in the comments, again, like I said earlier, wanted to tell me that guys, ordinary normal guys, are not, in a sense, pulling women or getting women, directly like that. And like I told people before, as a normal, ordinary guy, I look the way that I do. I'm not sitting up there really dressing to oppress or anything like that. And I've been able to make it, directly out here. So for some of the dudes out here that want to look at things or feel a certain type of way, you got to put a little bit more effort directly in there. I'm not exactly sure what specifically you're doing, how it is that you're dressing, how it is that you feel specifically about yourself, but you need to do something about that. Right? Don't just be in these echo chambers with like other dudes that ain't trying. That's just fine with like, okay, I'm just gonna wear my sloppy t-shirt with nacho, Dorito, Arby's stains, and I'm gonna be doing this, that, and the third, not taking a shower for like 48 hours and not even using any right guard or any type of axe spray to cover up my BO. Like, yo, you need to clean that up. You need to put in a little bit more effort if you really want to have a chance potentially, attracting a woman out here. Because like I said before, there is somebody out here for everybody. It's just the fact that a lot of people don't want to put in the effort, right? So now we're going to go into this next little image here, right, that I got for you right here. So I had this conversation. Somebody basically stated to me that I was not doing certain videos or whatnot. So we're going to look at that, right? So this person said, Um, and this had to do with a post that I have on the front page. Again, SEIJIHITO, the second coming, right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that image directly for you so I can get you guys a clear-cut reference point so that we all know what it is specifically that is being referred to at this moment in time. And the image that you're going to see has to deal with a woman who wanted to spread a narrative about a guy. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And she wanted to state that this guy did something very negative, right? I'm trying to make sure I find the edited version of the image because I'm not trying to put. Okay, so basically, it's this video here, right? It's this image. Some of you guys may have seen this video, may have not, right? Where this woman basically claimed that the man to the side did something horrendous to her, right? And she's making these claims online. She's stating that she is a victim, right? And again, for the women out there that are victims, that things are, or have happened to, you deserve to get the justice that you should be able to get from the court system. Of course, a lot of these women, they chances are they do have the proof. They go directly to the police, but yet nothing is ever actually done, and that is wrong. That should never happen. Those things should be taken as seriously as possible. All the investigation should be done, and those men need to be brought to justice, right? But then in the same token, I've stated to a lot of women that you have women out here that will mess it up for the victims. You have women like this that will perpetrate a certain type of lie. And I went over all the information directly from the woman's Twitter, and I put it up there for everybody to see, to assess the situation and see how they feel about it. You either say that, what she is saying is factual, or you're going to disagree and say that, no, he actually did it. That's the video. If people want to research it again, that is on SEIJIHITO, the second coming YouTube page. You can go look at that if you want to, right? So that's the reference point, just so that you know. So this person here, they wanted to state, let me just see if I can click on that real quick. They wanted to state, was you post her picture and say this woman? Why didn't you post a white girl picture who just got the black guy locked up, who was a football player, and they found him not guilty? Now he's trying to rebuild his life. That's the actual case you can talk about. When you say it seems like she's trying to lie on him, that's means you don't know the actual facts. Again, I'm reading this as the person wrote it, so my apologies. So is she lying on him or not? If you don't know yet, then why would you post this? It's plenty of stories that have been proven that women have lied, and you're going to post this. And then they put an expletive directly there. So my response, I was like, hey, I captioned what they stated, and I was like, cap is in your name, which it is. It says January cap. So if anybody knows the terminology of cap, that means that somebody's fabricating, somebody is lying, somebody is not really telling the truth, right? So I said, cap is in your name, so I already know the games that you're playing. I said, thank you for proving what a clown you are by speaking and not even researching any of the videos. It's also pretty clear you're talking and didn't even watch the video. At least research before writing, right? And I had somebody else in the comment section that said, thank you. So we're going to move up. So Demetrius, much love, respect, and appreciation. I'm not sure if he's going to see this live stream or not, but much love. He said, it's always the anonymous fools with no content on their channels, right? Person came back, replied, said, you're so dumb. I don't even have a channel. Actually, you do. Everybody basically has a channel. It's empty. So again, this person is completely nonsensical and stupid. Said, I don't even have a channel. I never even posted a video. If you think what I'm saying is weird or alive or is that supposed to be a lie? Okay, alive. Google it. Google it up. It's actually true. It's very sad that you all would rather battle back and forth and put the truth out about what's actually affecting you. Common sense just ain't common, right? And then they further wrote, as SEIJIHITO, the second coming. The young man's name is Terrence Shannon Jr. You can find the actual story on a channel by Runaway Slave. And again, shout out whoever that content creator is. I don't know who they are. Shout out to that content creator. But I find it funny that when people want to try to look down on me, they want to uplift and shout out another content creator as to say that, oh, this is a person who's doing real content while you're just sitting up here doing this, right? So again, shout out to that content creator. No hate against you or anything like that. I'm just, pointing this out. And they stated, no need to lie. This is not jokes and games. I think you are sad. No need to lie. This is not jokes and games. That's why it's hard for people to support you all. So I guess you mean black men. I guess because we're dealing with the story, dealing with a black man here, right? So said, you rather believe your own narratives and lies that you make up in your head than the actual truth. You put, is she lying? You do not know for certain. So why not speak on actual stories that are happening in real time that are actually affecting black men? But you just don't want to believe it. So you don't have to, but it's very much true. Next. I would never want to watch a video that you do, brother. Shout out to Hulk Hogan. Whoever you are, I will never want to watch it. Could you call me a liar? Wait, were you supposed to write because you called me up? Anyways, could you call me a liar? You said that it was cat. I clearly wrote cap. Jesus Christ. What I was saying, there's no black man who was just let out of jail due to a white lady lying on him. No lie, she actually did it. It's actually true. And as many of them, it's sad. And you have to deal with that. I don't know if you're a black man or not, but you will deal with it however you choose to. Hopefully, we don't read about you one day. Wow. And like I told you guys before, these are some of the comments that I just so happened to get. Now, just to showcase the stupidity, right? Because they wanted to make it seem like I didn't do a video, I didn't do anything. This is why I tell people to sit up there and actually do research. This is why I tell people to actually do research. What does this say, class? What does this look like? This looks like a video that is directly on YouTube. And if we actually move this picture up just a little bit, it clearly says news. 2 women lied and tried to ruin his life. Who is the person that did this on their channel? I wonder. SEIJIHITO, the second coming. Oh, wow. Look, guys, that's me, a black man that did a video about a black man because 2 white women decided that they wanted to make up a story and lies directly on him. And this is why I sit up there and say that the few make it very difficult for the many. So you had this person roll up here and they wanted to state at the last, I just want to specifically pay attention to the last part, right? Said that if you're a black man or not, but you will have to deal with it however you choose to. Hopefully, we don't read about you one day. What do you mean by that? Are you trying to assume that SEIJIHITO dates white women? Are you trying to state that I'm putting myself directly out there so that I can have some type of mob, directly, after me and all of these things? That's like you said I did when I showcased this video. And you wanted to say that, I'm just assuming, I don't really know. This is why I tell people like, hey, before you throw out judgments and you look completely stupid, because unlike other content creators, I'm going to showcase your dumbness, your stupidness, your ignorance for the whole world to sit up there and see. And not only am I going to sit up there and do that, but I'm going to sit up there and make a few dollars, a few cents while doing it. So like I said, there are direct levels in this, and I'm at the very top of that while I'm looking at all of the dummies make judgments at me at the comment section. I'm just able to sit up there and pick and decide to put them up to showcase for the whole world to see. So like I said before, it's quite funny that I can look directly without barely any research. I can happen to see this directly on my own channel, this video here, while they wanted to highlight a whole nother content creator, and again, much love to that content creator. Shout out. It's no animosity towards you. This is specifically about the one person that wanted to come through and showcase their stupidity. Like I said before, it's the few will mess it up for the many, right? The few will mess it up for the many. That's crazy to actually have some. I'm just going to have all of this just in one picture. That's crazy. Like, you're going to sit up there and say, like, I hope that we don't read about you one day. Whew. Before I went live, the amount of words that I was going to use in order to reference and describe this person, vastly different. Vastly different. But like I said before, you have a lot of stupid people directly out here, and they want to state a lot of things. Again, for anybody out there, especially for those who like sitting in the background, and you may not want to speak to me when I'm live because you out of fear and all this other type of stuff, or even some of the ones that are in the back that sit in the back just to sit up there and watch, just to sit up there and listen, and you're the main keyboard warriors that like to sit up there and talk a whole bunch of mess about me. Don't be like this person. Before you decide to showcase how stupid you are, let's just, shadow that stupidness just a little lightly. Let's just cover that with a little bit of seasoning, salt-based styles, a little bit of seasoning, just to hide that. Because again, I'm looking at very grown adults, some of which are older than me. And this is the way that you type. This is the way that you present yourself directly online. These are the things that you want to sit up there and say towards a black man that has done content to both, make aware and to try to protect black men, black women, black kids, black elders, the black community. And then you want to get high and mighty and angry and mad because I'm showcasing a story. Right? Let me just go back to that one. I'm showcasing a story of which you have a black woman that is caught directly on the Ring camera in front of this dude's door. I also have text messages of this woman stating that, hey, don't get an order of protection against me. If you do, that's going to lock me up and put me in prison. Why would you want to do that to an innocent black woman? But if you do that, I'm just going to spread rumors and information out here stating that you did X, Y, and Z to me, even though none of these things I'm stating are factual, even though I don't have any of this evidence, even though I know that because I'm a woman and I say this about a man, that pretty much people are going to assume and believe everything that I'm stating on social media is true. So you're more mad at me pushing and putting this directly out there, on top of the fact that I've already covered the story. So I've done both. I've done both angles. I've showcased a black dude that was in a bar with some white girls, and I'm showcasing another video where you have a educated black dude and he was simply seeing a black woman. And because things didn't go the way that she wanted them to go, she wanted to spread rumors about this man online and try to ruin his reputation and his branding, and potentially, maybe, hopefully even get him fired as well. Yeah. Like I said, shout out to all the clowns directly out here. Clowns. Anybody who's ever watched Backyardigans. Shout out to the clowns, because it is Clown Town. Let me tell you, where the circus will be waiting for you. Let me tell you. That's crazy. But like I said, this is just a clear-cut example of how, again, the few, looking at that comment above by January cap, because they are all cap. The few will mess it up for the many, because again, you want to levy and try to make certain accusations about content creators, and they're not even factually based because you refuse to do any type of research at all. Completely crazy. So again, for those sitting in the background, do better. Do research. If not, I'm going to clown you, and it's probably going to be even worse than I did here. I'll probably even get y'all in a whole solo video, and I'll be acting plumb stupid while probably playing video games and making money all at the same time. So we can do it. It's all on how stupid you want to get. But anyways, much love, respect to everybody that rolled up here. At this moment in time, I also do got some videos that's going to be rolling up to you guys. I just wanted to do this this short live stream. So let me give a shout out to Ty, DSA1, Robert S, DC Precise. We got Hack directly in the building. RX TV. We got Messy. Who else we got? We got Dina Horton. We got Sunkiss. We got Matt Murdoch. Who else we got up here? We got Brandon V World, aka Officer Haku, in the building. Good morning, brother. We got Robert. I think I might have called you out before. Robert S. What's up? What's up? What's up? And we got Jamal in the building. Again, much love, respect, and appreciation. And shout out to anybody who has just come up on the platform by way of some of the videos that I've posted and put up. Thank you guys for the positive responses. For the comments that you guys have left. Also, thank you guys for also subscribing directly to the platform. Much love, respect, and appreciation again. And I'm going to, do my best to, keep bringing you guys the videos that I have always, brought to you guys on both the SEIJIHITO channel, SEIJIHITO the second coming, and also, some of the videos on the Seiji Zone as well, amongst other different content that you may happen to see me do on either video or in live streams as well. And also shout out to anybody who has also donated to the Cash App and the Patreon. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Again, I wouldn't be able to do the things that I do without people like you, without the supporters directly out here, allowing me to keep moving forward. So again, a major shout out, much love, respect, and a thank you to all of you guys. And that's it for this live stream. So I'm going to have a video that will be posted for 12 o'clock. Well, actually, let me see. I'll probably let this bake a little bit, and I'll probably have the video set for about like 1 o'clock. So I have a video that'll be up posted for you guys on 1 o'clock, and y'all can let me know what y'all think about that video, and along with a few others that should be coming throughout the day. So again, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video and live stream.